All right, to every single leader, every dreamer, every professional in this room, you're here for one reason. You have a vision, a big one, something that could change the game. But today, we're going to talk about the one thing, the only thing, that decides if that vision stays a pretty picture on a board or if it becomes the reality you actually live and breathe. So let's just start with a hard truth. Read this. Let it sink in for a second. This isn't just some clever quote. This is the law of gravity for achievement. All your ambition, all your passion, all your goals. Look, I'm just going to be straight with you. They're not enough. Not even close. And this is the absolute heart of it. Goals, they're your destination on the map. They point you in the right direction for sure. But your systems, that's the engine. That's the vehicle that's actually going to get you there. And without that engine, your goal is just a dot on a map you'll never reach. Okay, so let's get into it. What in the world are we even talking about when we say system? It's not this big, scary, complicated thing. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's about making success simpler and way more predictable. I mean, at its core, that's really it. A system is just the how. It's the process, it's the structure, it's that repeatable set of actions that takes you from A to B every single time, like clockwork. So let's break down what makes a real system tick. It isn't just a random to-do list. It's a deliberate design. First, you've got your components, the people, the tools, the actual steps. Then you have how they're interconnected, how they all talk to each other. Every system has a clear purpose, a why it even exists. And then there's the magic word, predictability. A good system gives you a repeatable result every single time. Just think about that for a second. Every great company you admire, every leader who seems to make it look easy, every person just crushing it at the top of their game, they all have an engine running under the hood that you can't see. It's not luck. It's not magic. It is a set of deliberate, well-designed systems. All right, now we're going to get brutally honest. It's diagnostic time. We're about to hold up an X-ray to our lives, to our businesses, and find out where the chaos is hiding. So listen up, and if this starts to sound a little too familiar, don't you dare look away. Let's start with your finances. Do you spend money just because you see it in your account, not because it's actually budgeted for something? So many of us confuse cash flow with permission to spend. Do you save only what's left over at the end of the month? That's basically treating your future like an afterthought. Investing because of FOMO? Loaning money with no rules? Hoping for a lucky break to fix it all? That's not a financial plan. That's financial reactivity. You're treating money like an emotion, not a strategic tool. And what about in your business? Hiring people based on a gut feeling? We do that because it's easier than building a real hiring process. Only doing marketing when sales dip? Delegating only when you're drowning? Pricing your products based on how you feel that day? Is the entire operation running on what's stored in your head with nothing written down? Come on, that's not a business. That's a high-wire act with no net. And you're the one on the wire. And your leadership? Are you making huge calls in the heat of the moment with no framework to guide you? Only giving feedback when something blows up? Running meetings that wander off into nowhere? Promoting the loyal person instead of the most competent one? You know, this happens when our ego is afraid of being boxed in by a structure. But that's not leadership. It's just a series of reactions that creates confusion and kills the trust you need to lead effectively. Okay, take a breath. That was the chaos. That was the honest part. But now, we pivot to the certainty. This is the power you unlock when you stop reacting and you start building. When you go from chaos to a well-oiled engine. And this right here is the payoff. It's just pure cause and effect. A good financial system doesn't hope for wealth, it methodically builds it. A good business system doesn't cross its fingers for stability, it creates it. A good leadership system doesn't demand trust, it earns it predictably day in and day out. This is the incredible power of intentional design. So we've covered the why, the what, and we've gone through the diagnosis. Now comes the most important part of all, the decision. This is where you go from just understanding this stuff to actually doing something about it. I want you to ask yourself this question, right now, for real. Your vision is beautiful, it's clear, it's inspiring, it's on the board, I get it. But what is the engine that's going to power it? What is the repeatable, predictable process that will make achieving it inevitable? If you can't answer that question, your vision is in serious danger. So it all comes down to this. Your job isn't just to dream. Your real job is to build the machine that makes the dream come true. Your very next move isn't to make another vision board. It's to build your first real system. Stop reacting. Start building. Your future is literally depending on it.